Love to walk. As I said, I really love to walk. And one of these electric carts comes in really handy. It allows me to walk. My shoulders don't hurt. And I get to feel like I have a caddy. Chunked. I love to play golf. One of the things about playing golf that I've really found that makes me enjoy the game even more is walking. I prefer to walk much more than I prefer to ride. There's just something about riding in a golf cart that just kind of takes away from the game. I lose my concentration. And like I said, I just don't play well. I play a lot better when I walk. I will say there are some complications to walking though. First, you need to find good shoes. Second, you need to find a bag that you can carry or that you can use that's lightweight but does everything you need. And then you have to decide, do you want to carry? Do you want to push a cart? Do you want to get an electric cart? One day, my kid was playing with me and he was terrible on the front nine. We were playing 18 holes. He's like, hey Dad, why don't you just let me caddy for you on the back nine? I said, okay. So he started to caddy for me and I was like, this is great. I get to walk and not carry my bag, not push a cart, not ride in a cart, not do anything. It was fantastic. Well, I got thinking, maybe I should get an electric cart. I play a lot of golf. If I get an electric cart, it'll keep me from riding. So that's what I did. I found a Black Friday sale over the winter. I bought myself a Christmas present and I got an electric cart, or trolley, as they say. And the best thing about this cart is it does that. It follows right behind me with this little remote. I just clip it on my back and this happens. It stays about 6 or 8 feet behind me and it follows me wherever I go. Then, when I get to my destination, I just hit the park button and it parks. Tow hooks are never good. You might not have noticed on that last clip where we were walking up the cart path, that's really uphill. And this has no problems. It also doesn't have any problems going downhill. Pretty steep downhill. I'm going to show you that here in a second. Because when we tow hook one like that, we get in some bad spots. Now this is a pretty steep grade. And it won't have any trouble getting down here. Par 5. I have 73 yards in on my third shot. We hooked it down this bank as you just saw. Let's see what we can do here. We'll talk a little bit more about the cart. Pulled it, but we're dancing. So as you can imagine, there are some bad things about it though. And one of those bad things is happening today. I forgot to charge the remote. So when you don't charge the remote, you have a little bit of trouble. You can't use it. But that's a user error, and it's not really the cart's fault. We are getting a little charge though. You can see the remote is hooked up here. There's a little charge port underneath. so I can get some decent charge out of it. It helped get me up that hill on the last hole. But the remote lasts about 4 18-hole rounds, maybe 5. The cart lasts 48 holes. You'd think I just remember to charge that remote. It's really not the cart's fault. Second time I forgot to charge the remote in 5 months. But the remote will not charge or will not run the cart while it's charging. I should hit them all like that. Well, other things, I will say, every now and then it gets a mind of its own. It'll wander left or right, but it always stays pretty close. You have to be careful when you first get it. You don't walk too close to a bunker or a hazard. I had one near miss from a bunker right when I first got it, but it's really not that hard to remember to stay away from those things or keep a good eye on it. It has a really good app that you can use on your phone. Obviously it won't follow your phone, but you can control it from there, make it go forward, backward. That's how you set up the remote also. This is not the world's greatest yard for me, 127, I'm kind of between clubs. If you hit over this pin, you're a good ways away. So I'm gonna take the lower club. This should be about 120. Hopefully we'll draw it a little bit and it'll get up there close. Drew it, we just started it left. Just left edge of the green there. I think it's just off. Nice thing is, it is really easy to push. You can see I'm doing it with one hand right now. And I probably have enough battery to make this little walk here, but it's downhill and I figured I'd show you how easy it is to push. This is not gonna be an easy chip. That pin is on a slope on the back edge of the green. Or sorry, the back third of the green. And it's gonna be easy to hit this past, but I gotta get it over the hump there or I'm gonna have a really tough first putt. Just gonna put the toe down here a little bit. See if we can pop it up and get it rolling. Yeah, well, I chunked it. I'll take that from up here. One other thing I'd say about this cart that it's not loaded with storage. It just has the one storage spot you saw where I had the remote sitting, but it's never tipped. I've never had any issues with this cart whatsoever, except the one I'm having today because I'm an idiot. This one's gonna be a little trickier than I thought. Oh, and I pulled it. 3 putts are never good, especially when it's a 3-putt double. This hole can be quite scary. All that water over there. See how she goes. That's even better than the last hole. It even had some good distance to it. Hopefully my little friends here don't think this is an egg and attack me. They're not scared of anything, are they? So push this one a little bit right. Still not a bad drive. 91 yards in. Probably take a little off a 60 degree, but we might hit it full just to get it back there. Well, that's good distance. They hit left side of the green. Well, I hit that birdie putt to about 8 inches. You would have seen it if I'd hit the record button. The Axglo E5 is probably one of the best things I've ever bought. I enjoy golfing so much more now. I always walk. The only time I take a cart is when I'm with my dad. It's because he can't walk 18 holes, at least up these slopes. One other great thing about this is it folds up really nice. As you can see here, it doesn't have any trouble fitting in my convertible's trunk. And like I said, how good this thing is with hills. I'm headed up another steep one. And I easily get 2 18-hole rounds out of it. I don't really stretch it past 2, even though it's supposed to go 3. Now I will play 4 or 5 9-hole rounds with it. One bad thing is the battery indicator is not great on the actual cart. It kind of goes from full to half to a quarter really fast. And I just kind of remember how many times I've used it and I charge it. As you can see, it's pollen season in Virginia. 10 minutes outside and everything's yellow. But this is the battery from here to here. You eject the battery here, I guess in case you need to replace it, because you can leave it in here to charge it and you just have your charge port right there. I will say the one thing I don't like about this is once it's folded up, that charge port's a little hard to get to. So I'm in my mid-40s and it's about all the juice I got in the tank. My watch is lying to me a little bit. It says that was over 300 yards. Don't quite think so, because I can't hit one that far. But I got 31 yards in. Front pin. This is a tough golf shot for me. Something I'm not very good at. I'll just be happy to be putting. Yeah, like I said, not very good. In fact, that's actually really shitty. So, we tried the same angle we had on the last hole that I forgot to hit record on. This putt's a little bit longer, but I hope for the same result. Should have had better than a par there. Because of that bad chip shot, I'll take what I got. So the Axglo E2, it gets high marks from me. I don't know what they could do better. Maybe make the remote a little bit smaller would be nice. I mean, it's not terrible, but could be a little bit smaller. I mean, there's just not a lot to improve. The price isn't very low. But you get what you pay for. And this is one of the best things I've ever bought. I'm Matt. This is the Bogey Depot. Get them straight.